and gentlemen, the Red Breakfast WTF proudly presents Joey Medina, live in the Red Studio.
Hey,
Joey Medina, what's up?
Is in the house.
I finally made it.
Yes.
I was lost in KL.
Hey, don't laugh. You didn't drive here. Okay? We know you didn't drive here. Now, Joey is all the way from Leboambang, LA, Los Angeles.
Yes.
Joey, you tell us who you actually are. Please, go ahead.
Well, you know, I'm Joey Medina. I'm a comedian. Actually, I tour with Russell Peters, the world famous Russell Peters. I tour all over the world with him, and this time I'm doing my own show because when I toured Russell, I do about 20 minutes worth of material.
Yep.
And you know, people are like, hey, when are you gonna headline? When are you coming back? When am I gonna see you? So luckily, you know, the wonderful promoters here in KL brought me back, and excited to be back. This is my favorite city in Asia, so let's party. At first, I wanted to be a lawyer. Then I found out you had to go to school. I'm like, okay, you know, screw that. I'm not gonna do that. Then I became I like boxing, so I became a boxer. So I always, as a kid, 100 pounds ago.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, I was a boxer. And so as a kid, I always wanted to be a boxer. I finally boxed. I started boxing.
Right.
I boxed my entire, as an amateur. As a kid, I boxed the whole time. Then I became a professional boxer. And then I did well. I fought and it's funny because you're looking at me like you're like, okay, what's the punchline? No, I really was a professional boxer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look at my nose. Look at
wow.
me. That's why I look Filipino. So I didn't want to fight anymore, and then I became a police officer. Yes, I'm my own job fair. I've done every job.
You're kidding me?
You know, to be honest, just get on any stage you can. Get on stage, go to karaoke. I used to, when I first started, I went to karaoke bars, and I would go, hey, listen, I'm not going to sing a song. I just want to do I'm going to do comedy.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, go for it. And sometimes they were, most of the time, nobody listened, but I just got on stage and I practiced and I practiced and I practiced. And now, you know, comedy is getting huge around the world.
Right.
You know, and here in KL, it's becoming huge because of the internet. Now everybody knows what stand-up looks like.
Yep.
And what it's supposed to be like. You know, I was in Singapore, and the comedy there is getting huge, and I'm very happy to be part of it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And anytime there's a new comic that hits me up on Facebook or Twitter and asks me for advice, I always give them back advice. I always do this, I always do that. You know, I had a comic the other day say, hey, you know, I want to be a comic. I'm like, all right, do you have a good job? He goes, yeah. I go, do you have a good family? He goes, yeah. I go, do you make good money? He goes, yeah. I go, well, you can't be a comic. You need something to talk about. If your life is going good, you have no material.
There you go.
You know, being Americans, we really don't know much of the world. Nobody knows. People go, Malaysia go, hey, what part of Mexico is that? Nobody knows. Americans are the worst when it comes to, like, we never look at the Google Maps.
Right.